أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I recited Surah Baqarah Ayat number 170. So, in this ayat, Abdullah bin Abbas Raziallah Ta'ala anhu, he revealed that Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he invited the Jews and he addressed to them and persuaded them towards Allah, towards Holy Quran, towards Islam, and persuaded them that motivated, persuaded with his talking to make their understanding towards Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and that they should accept Islam. So he Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told them that the you have to accept Allah's message that is in the form of Holy Quran, and they understand Islam. Islam is the true religion, and they also Holy Prophet ﷺ warned them also, if they are not to accept, then there will be the punishment in the form of the hell fire. And also Holy Prophet ﷺ told them also, and that time uh, Rafi bin Hurmala, Malik bin Auf, and Bani Asad Abdudar, and these were the people from the Jews who said that we will not accept you, we will follow what we got from our forefathers. So we will follow that one, we will not follow you. So when those people they said this one, and the Prophet ﷺ, he addressed, he after that, at that time, the Jibril alayhi salam came to the Prophet ﷺ, and he recited, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمُ اتَّبِعُوا مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ قَالُوا بَلْ نَتَّبِعُ مَا أَلْفَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَاءَنَا أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَهْتَدُونَ. So this ayat revealed that time, and in this ayat Allah said, when Holy Prophet ﷺ addressed to them and told them about the truth in the form of Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet ﷺ, they should come to Islam, they accept it, and Holy Prophet ﷺ warned them also the warning about the hellfire and punishment. And that time, because they said we will follow our forefathers, so this ayat came. Allah said, wa iza, and when, qila lahum, and when it is said to them, attabi'u, follow, ma anzalallahu, what has been revealed by Allah. What Allah has revealed to you, you have to follow that one. Because if you look at the revelation in the Torah, in their book, it was clearly written there that Holy Prophet Muhammad will come and he will be the last prophet of Allah. You have to believe him and follow him also in order to be successful at the day of judgment. So it was written in their book also, but they ignored that one, and even then after that, they if they were just to accept Holy Prophet ﷺ, Holy Quran, and they became Muslim, it was best for them, because that was the really the real guidance, the truth from Allah, and they have to accept. But they have not accepted. They said we will follow our forefathers. So in this ayat Allah said, wa iza qila lahum ittabi'u, when it is said to them, follow attabi'u, follow, ma anzalallahu, what Allah has revealed to you. Qalu, they said, bal nattabi'u, they said, we will follow, ma alfayna, on which we found, alayhi aba'ana, our forefathers. They said, but we will follow on those things on which we found our forefathers. So it means our forefathers, what they were doing, so we will do that one. We will follow them also. We will not follow what Allah has revealed in the form of Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So they said we are not to follow that one. So the Jews, they said, but we will follow our forefathers. Then Allah said the reasons. Next is Next is very important. Allah said, Avalau, even to Kana Aba'uhum, their forefathers, La Yaqiluna, they have no akal, they have no mind. Their mind is not so much strong. It means they have not got the real guidance because Shayam, La Yaqiluna, they were not to understand clearly about anything. Wala yahtadun, and they were not rightly guided. So it means they have not got any guidance, the real truth in the form of revelation from their book, like from the Torah, and even they were just to follow because in the Jews there was one group of the people who were completely following the scholars of those people, like priests and scholars, and they were just to follow only them. What they were saying, they were to do that one. They were not to learn their own religion from the Torah, the book, and not to learn about the prophets who came to guide them, about the sunnah of those prophets. But they were just to follow the scholars, what they say. Now, in our Islam, you can see now there are some groups of people who just blindly follow the scholars. They are not to follow the Quran or Sunnah. They follow the only the scholars. Like they say, these are the good people. We have to follow because that person is good. That is not good. The decision goes about the person, not goes in the form of Holy Quran and Sunnah. That is a, a thing that must be considered if you have akal. So you must understand what is according to Quran or Sunnah. If someone is doing that one, that person is rightly guided and must follow. We must follow that one because if we know, when we know the Holy Quran and Sunnah, then we will be in a position to understand who is good, who is bad. When we have no right knowledge, then how is possible we can decide about anyone? So that is only just then the word of mouth. Then we can see, oh yes, this person is good. The people, because the people say. Sometimes people they are not to say the right things because some people they are because Shaitan also sometime comes in the form of human beings and make a person to guide wrong way also. Now we understand that because Shaitan can come to any person in any form. Because in Holy Quran Allah said at the end, Allazi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas min al jinnati wan nas. So Shaitan is from the jinn, from the human beings. So it may be come to you in the form of, in the shape of any form also, because Shaitan can come to us by any form, in any shape. It can come also in the shape of some brother sister, or some other you can say scholar, some other person shape, and will guide the person, and then person understand, oh yes, that person is guiding us, but actually that is Shaitan. Because we have to read Auzubillah minash shaitanir rajim when we have to see someone. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ said that Shaitan can come in any form, but never comes in the shape of Prophet ﷺ. because shaitan never comes in the shape of Holy Prophet ﷺ, because shaitan never comes even in the dreams also in the form of Holy Prophet ﷺ, because Holy Prophet ﷺ is a unique person, and he is the blessed person of Allah and the best of all creation of Allah. So this way, the Holy Prophet ﷺ, shaitan never comes in the form of Prophet ﷺ, even in the dream also, but it can come any form to us, so to misguide us. This way, we have to, if we have right knowledge of Islam, like based on Quran or Sunnah, then it will be easy for us to identify what the shaitan, what the person is saying to us, anyone, so we can recognize is the real guidance or we have been misguided. So automatically we will understand if we have knowledge of Quran or Sunnah. So this way, it is our moral duty, it is our completely, we must understand what Allah said in Holy Quran. We must read the Quranic ayat, then we have to read the meaning of that one, then we have to look carefully tafsir or the explanation of that ayat, revelation, how it came, when it came to Prophet ﷺ, what was the situation at that time, what is the impact of this ayat at that time, what is the impact or the lesson for us in this time, and what will be the impact of this ayat in future life. So we have to look all aspect of the lesson that we get from the ayat. Then we have to understand it. So this way, if we understand the Holy Quran, and then we understand the Hadith and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and then we have to apply all that, so make our life according to Quran and Sunnah. So then following the Sharia of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Sharia is the best thing which keep us on the right way, the Sirat Mustaqim. So that is the main thing, we have to follow that one. So this way, if we know that one, then it is also easy for us to decide about our forefathers also. About our forefathers. When we know the knowledge of Sharia, when we know the Quran and Sunnah completely, we understand Holy Quran completely, and when we know the Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, automatically, then we can see our forefathers, what they were doing, their deeds and their iman or faith, how it was. It was on based on Sirat Mustaqim, or it was away from Sirat Mustaqim. So we can understand clearly, then we can decide if they were not at right track, we can find and we can correct ourselves, rectify our situation, and if we are doing something wrong, so we have to make it right. So that is the thing comes after understanding of Holy Quran and Sunnah. So first we understand the whole deen. Understanding deen is important for us, so it will save us from different type of doubts and misunderstanding that have been created in the world now, and it will be created more and more in future also, because the Prophet ﷺ said that there will be about 72 sect and 73 sect, and 72 will be not at right track, only one, the 73rd one, that will be at right track. So we may be at right track when we understand the whole Holy Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We understand the deen, then we understand it. After understanding, it will be easy for us to understand every person who comes to say anything. Even we can see our family background and what the family members, the parents and forefathers, what they have done or they are doing, or the custom and traditions which are running in our family or in our society, we can recognize, and then we can rectify ourselves, we can make our reformation, that if we were not at the right track, we have to fill the flaws and fill the gaps with the right guided Holy Quranic and Sunnah, the recommendation which comes, we have to make them to be the good and successful Muslim possible. So we have to do this one. So this way, Allah said about those Yahud that وَإِذَا لَهُمُ اتَّبِعُوا when it is said to them that follow ma anzalallahu what Allah has revealed uh, and qalu bal nattabi'u but they said we will follow ma alfaina that we found alayhi aba'ana yani we found our forefathers and they said we will follow only what we have seen in our forefathers we will follow our forefathers we will do all that. Allah said about them awalau kana aba'uhum even though your forefathers la yaqiluna they have no mind they have no good mind shayan about anything wala yahtadun and they were not guided rightly. So if they were not guided rightly and they were not having using their mind also they were just to follow without using the mind like only just to follow. How is possible you can without understanding if is like you can see if you are moving like you are walking on the way if you look at some vehicle or something is coming before you and if you are not to leave the track the other way it will come straight way to you and you will be your life will be in danger situation. So how can that time you move you use the akal. So if I will stay there so it will crush me. But what about the situation? Same thing happens. Like when something wrong comes in our way and it will destroy us also, it will destroy the right path. So that time we are not to understand why it is. So it means we have to use the akal that time. And then Allah said here, Wala yahtadun. Yahtadun mean the real guidance, and guidance comes from the Quran and Sunnah. So we must understand Quran and Sunnah, and that will also, when we understand the Sharia completely, then automatically this knowledge will make us to understand completely what is being told to us. So we understand, and then we make our way like the in the right way like that is sirat mustaqim so that will be good otherwise there is a problem of like you can see the some people like in our marriages you can see when we have marriages there are different custom and traditions which are coming from our generation to generation like they dance they also sing songs and different other things. So these are haram in Islam but we are following why we have to look this one even some people you can see they are just to follow different type of other traditions even you can see the people in India like people who follow the idols or you statues and they worship them also and they request them for their needs and those people and they said when you say something even they are highly educated like they are phds and if you look in the world and this is like the more people who are phd and they are in after america and after one or two countries then is india they are too much but those people even having the greatest knowledge like phd of the world knowledge but after that they are not to use their akal their mind and they are just to follow the tradition what they got from their parents they just bow down before the idols or statues like their forefathers they were doing even they have knowledge like phd but they are bow down before the statues or the the idols and this is the position we can see why they because they say we have to follow our forefathers and this type of follow when they follow this is like a not right guidance this will make them to go away from the right guidance so the actual thing is that one they have to search out what they are doing and then they have to find the when they will search out like they will use the akal they will use the mind automatically the guidance comes to them. The first is searching like Ibrahim alayhi salam when he has seen his people like they were just to follow the uh, stars, they were just saying that this is our God and this is our Allah. And when the star was disappeared, Ibrahim alayhi salam said, this is not to be worshipped. Then saw the moon or sun, and they disappeared. So when this was the searching, like using the akal, when he used the akal, he searched. Then Allah made the right way. Allah guided him. Then yahtadun, then hidayah or the guidance came from Allah. And then Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was rightly guided, and then he became the friend of Allah and Khalilullah. So and then Sirat Mustaqim, you can see from Ibrahim alayhi salam, he got the status that from Ibrahim alayhi salam, all the prophets who came to guide us, they are from the generation of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And they came from Ishaq alayhi salam. Ishaq alayhi salam son was Yaqub alayhi salam, and Yaqub alayhi salam, the other name of Yaqub alayhi salam is Israel. So the Bani Israel, all the prophets who came from them, and up to Isa alayhi salam. And then you can see the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is also from Ibrahim alayhi salam generation, the son of Ismail alayhi salam. So forefathers of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are Ismail alayhi salam and Ibrahim alayhi salam. So after Ibrahim alayhi salam, all the prophets, they came to guide us from the generation of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So this way we have to get the real guidance when we start searching. So searching is possible if we know the knowledge of Islam. So we must try to learn Islam, and then it is easy for us who is coming before us, we will understand. And if that person are, we will understand our own custom and traditions which are in our society, or which are coming in our society now, or which were already before in our society, or which can come, a possibility to come in future. So we have to look, and we have to decide if those things are out of Islam, then we understand Islam, then automatically we will throw them out, and we are not to bring them in. And we have to tell the people also, and we have to make our own family and friends and society away from those type of beliefs, faith and deeds which are outside Islam. So that is possible if we understand. Today we have to make a mind to understand Islam completely, as much like if we give about 1 hour daily. So we try to learn Islam slowly. We will be in a position to understand, inshallah. And that is the main thing, because on the basis of Islamic education, our iman, our belief, our faith will be in a good position, and our deeds will be at right track on Sirat Mustaqim. At the day of judgment, these all things will be the source to go into Jannah and the paradise, the entertainment and the enjoyment of the life will be forever there. Otherwise, the warning that there is hellfire and other torment of Allah and problem there possible. So we have to decide now, and we have to make our understanding as much better as much we can. Allah give us tawfiq. Ameen.